let me ask you, here's what we'll do. I'll ask you a couple patient information questions, and then what I'll do is describe the options that are out there. We'll describe hair transplantation and what it's all about. We'll describe a day in the life of the procedure, because I've seen it done from start to finish, and I've actually had it done. I'm under construction. I had it done almost 7 months ago now.
Okay.
And I was in this category right here, 5A and 6. So, but this is about you, not about me. So, when we're finished, if you have an interest, I'll show you a picture of what I looked like before the procedure and what I have now, what I look like now.
Okay.
Let me just ask you a couple questions, and then what we'll do is we'll describe a day in the life of the procedure. Then we'll talk about in situations similar to yours, because you'll help identify where you're at on the scale. Situations similar to yours about how many grafts you would need to make a cosmetic difference that you'd be happy with.
Okay.
And then what we'll do is talk about the costs associated with that, because before we do any of that, we have no clue. Everybody who walks through the door is different, at a different age, different thinning pattern, and so we'll go into that. So let me ask you a couple patient information questions, if you don't mind, Seth.
Okay.
How would you describe your general health?
Good.
Do you have diabetes?
No.
Ever had a surgical procedure?
No.
No,
I don't think so.
You were thinking about that.
I think back, you know, I had some broken bones and that kind of thing.
Okay.
You know, like some dental kinds of stuff. But,
Sure.
like, you know, my appendix is still in, all that kind
Okay.
of stuff. So,
All right. Well,
yeah.
good. Yeah, that sounds like a no. How about, so you haven't had, that would rule out heart surgery and scalp surgery, I imagine.
All that.
High blood pressure?
Nope.
Abnormal healing or bleeding? If you cut yourself, would it take longer to heal? Or
No.
hepatitis?
No.
Allergies to medications that you're aware of?
None that I know
Current medications that you're on?
of. I'm on Nexium.
And the doctor will take a look at this and be able to see, you know, he just wants to make sure there's nothing that would thin your blood. This is, by the way, if you elect to move forward, this is a minor procedure, minor surgery, so you're awake during the whole procedure. So the doctor just needs to know what you're doing, what you're taking that might thin the blood. Do you take aspirin?
No, not really. I mean, you know, Tylenol or Advil, I guess sometimes.
Okay. Tylenol's fine. Anything else could thin the blood, so if you take anything other than Tylenol, we ask you not to take that 10 days prior to the procedure, because that could thin the blood.
Okay.
Have you tried any medication for hair loss? Oh, I see you tried Rogaine.
I tried Rogaine.
Tell me about that.
You know, this was actually early on when my hair started to thin. In fact, if I remember right, my hair was still long. It was before I got my hair cut, or maybe it was just after I got my hair cut. I can't remember. And I tried Rogaine for probably about 2 weeks, and it was really awful. It was an awful experience.
Okay.
You know, it's just
Awful.
It's just over the counter. I mean, you just buy it right at the store. So
Yeah.
I just got some, and you know, you have to put it on, and it actually kind of burned my scalp a little when I put it on, and within a few days, it had completely dried out my scalp.
Yikes.
I just had, I mean, not just dandruff, but like giant flakes of dry skin coming off the top of my head, and you know, I think there might be something in there where it's like maybe that happens at first, or maybe you get used to it or something like that. But I'm doing this and I'm thinking, okay, first of all, I have to buy this stuff every month for the rest of my life, and put it on twice a day, every day for the rest of my life.
Sure.
And it's uncomfortable, and it's making my scalp look terrible. It just seemed ridiculous. So
Okay.
I just was like, forget this.
Okay. All right. Well, you know, a lot of, you're not alone. A lot of folks try Rogaine. There are only 2 FDA-approved medications for hair loss. There's Rogaine/Minoxidil, and then there's Propecia. And a lot of folks who try Rogaine and Minoxidil, it's not like it doesn't work, but some people do have skin reactions to it. And if you know, weather that fuse, sometimes that dissipates. And for some folks, it's just a compliance issue. You have to put it on, you wait an hour, and it's oily and greasy. You put it on in the morning, and you put it on at night. So it's not like it doesn't work, but it is kind of tough, and you do have some types of reactions like you just described, so that's not atypical.
Okay.
It doesn't do anything for the front. Rogaine is only supposed to help you in the top, in the back. It's supposed to help, it stimulates hair growth. it is not going to help you. If you are genetically programmed to lose hair, it's not going to keep that hair from falling out. But it will keep it very healthy and strong. And because of that, a lot of people do use it.
Okay.
And so we'll talk about the other options in a second. But have you ever had a hair transplant procedure?
No.
Okay. And you described your family history. You said in the late 20s, early 30s it started the thinning. Has it been gradual, or did it happen all at once then and then stopped? Or?
It was pretty gradual. It was pretty gradual, and it continues.
Okay. And that is another indication of the genetic hair loss, where it's kind of gradual and over time.
Okay.
So the reason why did you choose today? The reason why you're here?
You know, I just, like I say, you know, I knew about Bosley, and I thought, you know, it doesn't cost me anything to come in, get a little more information. You know, why not see what it's all about?